A spooky greetings, Rimrims and other not enjoyers of not anime. Welcome to the adventures of Anne May, our vampire lady turned god emperor. On yesterday's episode, a behemoth moonwalked and I was worshipped naked by Aragon. I don't know what happened either, to be completely honest with you. Now, we have built a great many things and come very far from a few episodes back when we were cowering in a shed in the middle of a field. But it's occurred to me, out of everything we have here, there is one thing I've severely overlooked. Something that I've almost criminally overlooked. And that's Anne. I mean, look at this place. We have thrombo skin rugs for our researchers, a luxurious leather tent for our slaves. The animals even have 2 exclusive barns. But Anne doesn't really have anything. I mean, Anne owns the whole thing, but she doesn't have any real part of it that's hers. She's got a throne room, but I'm gonna be honest, it's a shitty throne room. That's like the worst throne room I've ever built in Rimworld. So today, to make up for however many episodes now of her building things for other people, she's gonna crush everyone under her boot. Although, judging by some of the comments I've read this week, I don't think I'm gonna get many complaints about that. Let's crank everybody up to maximum deliver, everybody up to maximum stonecut, and everybody up to maximum mining. I want this mountain hollowed out, and I want enough marble bricks to build her whatever the hell she would ever want. If we want a coliseum, we're building a coliseum. If we want a hot spring decorated with the marble recreations of our enemies' mangled bodies, then I'm gonna build it for her. Is anybody good at artistic? Donaldson, congratulations, you volunteered. And Buffy. Buffy can mentor Donaldson on account of Buffy not having any eyes. Now, the final research we finished yesterday was into the orb table, and that is something that will allow us to use vitae, the vitae that we extract with the medical operation, to create servants for Anne. Not just people we've captured and enslaved and broken the will of, or not just people we have ghouled, but actual servants made out of, well, parts of people, more so than just regular people. So I think one side of the throne room should lead to an area where she can enjoy herself. Another hot spring, maybe, if we can actually build one over there. Furniture, fine art, statues, wine. Wine made from human blood, of course. And then on the other side, horror. Pure horror. A dungeon of people with maybe no legs so she can have a nice sippy. A human-sized Capri Sun for her to suck the life out of and turn into a mindless servant. Now, I'm going to suggest building a comically large master bedroom. I'm talking gigantic. And of course, we will use only the finest marble bricks. Wow, this is going to be very expensive. Oh! Don't get in my way. I'm very busy today. Whoa. Okay, we've got actually a pretty sizable raid for one. Now, to reiterate, this mod pack has combat readiness check. And combat readiness check is a mod that, brace yourself for this one, checks your combat readiness. Raids are sent based on how powerful your people are, how good their armor and weapons are, rather than the amount of diamonds you've got stashed away. And let's be very thankful of that, because we happen to have a lot of diamonds. Von Helsing is gonna go and dig up corpses. Well, Von Helsing's getting a beating when this is all done for. Oh, that's not ideal. Yeah, no, that's really not ideal at all. What if we possess? I mean, it would just give him a heart attack, wouldn't it? Okay, here's the plan. You two tidy up the slave rebellion. Oh, you as well. You didn't rebel. Galbus, you're in my good books, my friend. Your loyalty will be remembered. Everyone else's, though, they're done for. Let's go ahead and throw a possession out at someone at the back here, just as a nice little distraction. Go for you. And then you are going to be unalived. Excellent. You can die now. Donaldson is off. Oh, shit. Donaldson. What was that? Someone bought a fucking chainsaw. Donaldson, sit, kid. Okay, that stopped that one. How are we doing? The slave rebellion is over. Bleeding out 7 hours and 6 hours. The slaves might be over, let alone the rebellion. Come on, Buffy. You have such power now. What the hell are they doing? Are they queuing up waiting to fight? They've decided to kidnap who they can and leave. I'm not so sure about that one. Well, on the plus side, we've got replacement people if we need it. Donaldson, you can redeem yourself. Get back on the front line. Buffy's bleeding out in 10 hours. Okay, you know what, Donaldson? You can redeem yourself by rescuing Buffy. And let's get Anne to quickly tend to these two without medicine. Just leave them in the snow for a little while. Oh, this is some mad juggling we've got going on. 14 hours, 11 hours, 9 hours. Let's go and tend to you. Are those guys just... They are just hanging around. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. They're beginning their assault. How are we looking? Oh, God. Okay, you're fine. In that case, let's patch you up, and then you can take him home. There we go. Good enough. Get him out of here. And these two are also okay. The only one I'm a little bit concerned about then is Buffy. Let's pop a vampiric heal. I don't want to do so much that she uses a ghoul, because she is bonded and has been bonded for a very long time now. We can wrap up this raid in 8 hours. Don't worry, Buffy. We've got you. And speaking of people we've got, Petronel. Thank you for joining us. Dalpain, you'll be in Dalpain in a minute, my friend. And now finally, boom, get in there, finish the job. Okay. Wow, I can't wait till we fight squads of Cataphract with psychic powers. And then our final person, I guess we will turn into a blood bag. Thank you. Now, I was also patching this person up here to be captured because they've got 11 mining and we're just about to dig out an entire mountain, right? Oh, we haven't got any prisoner beds anymore. Priscilla, congratulations, you're a new prison warden. I'd love to see you try and attempt an escape from that one. To say that we are unarmored and some people don't even have clothes, not to mention the fact that all of our weapons have come from thrombos, we're not doing too badly. Without Anne, though, I mean, we'd be dead. This whole place would be burned down. And if they hit Anne with a Berserk Psycast or a Berserk Pulse, she'll kill everybody. She'll kill the Empire, then she'll kill everybody else here. I genuinely wonder if it's even possible to build any anti... Oh, we can build body straps in slave collars now. Of course, we got tailoring at the end of the last episode, didn't we? Perfect. And you know what? We'll make a couple of blindfolds for Buffy and Van Helsing, too. Oh, and you can set X per slave. Oh, well, that's very, very good. Well, let's set those up so that we are only counting what we've got. I'm going to probably assume there isn't an X per blind person in the colony. No, I didn't think so. Eventually, we are going to blind Aragon as well, so we'll do 3 for that one. Perfect. What I wanted was something that maybe gave psychic sensitivity reduction so that Anne wasn't so susceptible to maybe killing the entire colony. Ideally, we can get to the point where they'll fight battles on behalf of Anne. She can just send her minions to deal with it while she drinks tragic amounts of blood wine and sits around in a hot spring, repeatedly taking off and putting on her clothes again. Oh no, there was another great suggestion I saw in the comments yesterday. Somebody said, although it is quite appropriate that we're just burying the people in the mass graves, why not dig them up and take the skulls out of the old slaves to bring terror to the new ones? I love that idea. I'm pretty sure that Guinevere and Lusk-and-I were buried in here, weren't they? Oh, and JT. Perfect. I'm going to borrow these if that's okay. Even in death, they're going to have an incredible use for the colony. So they never left us. Oh, there's Lusk-and-I. Must have reburied him in the wrong grave. Give me that. No, don't bury him. I want his skull. Is there anyone else I've missed? I don't think anybody else has died quite yet, have they? And even if we don't use them on skull spikes, it would be incredible to use shelves in Anne's throne room and have the skulls of every single slave that dies in the colony. That would be insane. The best part about that is it does say the skulls of the people that they were. It doesn't just say skull of colonists. So if I throw these on the floor, you can see all of their names. No. Of course the one day... Oh, no. Of course the one day where I say, hey, let's focus on Anne today. No. Medieval Empire and regular Empire. They've got other ideas. That's a child with a sword. That's an 8-year-old with a sword. That's just a person with a straight-up combat shotgun. Okay, let's be a bit more careful about that one. It's weird. They're kind of part medieval, part regular plain old Empire. And I assume they all have psi powers. Oh, they do... this is like the worst case scenario. This is exactly the thing I was talking about. Heal scars. Well, I will admit that's not going to be too valuable here. Skewer a pawn straight through the torso, dealing immense damage. Wow. Well, first things first. Sick kid. I'm going to bring everybody back to the main castle because they have landed all over the place. Give me you. Keep them drafted so they don't drop their shotgun. And let's move you to the front door. You can hold them off with your body being a really good bullet shield. Is Aragon a powerful enough ghoul to unlock some abilities? I'm going to assume not. No, none at all. Okay, let's see if we can get in close to you. Sleep you, and then finish the job. These psychic powers really do frighten me. That will even things out so perfectly when they send in more advanced troops with psi powers. Anne's ability to make people fall asleep is going to be somewhat overshadowed by the fact that she'll go absolutely nuts. Or maybe... Oh, nice. Okay, maybe they'll just send Priscilla Manhunter. Oh, God, you are doing a great job here. I almost feel bad that you're gonna die in a second. Oh, you shit. Yeah, we can't do anything right now, huh? All right, Anne. You're just gonna have to try and take him out the old-fashioned way. Okay. Okay, give me your helmet. That's mine now. And that was what, like 5 people? Oh no, there's another one. Suddenly not feeling so confident about Anne being unstoppable anymore. Not to mention her abilities have started going on cooldown now. To be fair, I was intentionally not using them because it's not really in the spirit of things, but now I don't have a choice. Nice, there we go. It's a real shame they keep acidifying. Oh, hang on one second. This is the person with the melee sidecast abilities. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about there is either we turn them into a ghoul, at which point they're a very, very valuable asset, but it's a 4th ghoul, which is a little bit dangerous. Or we turn them into a slave. Sure, occasionally in combat they'll be very good, but they'll need to meditate quite a lot, and if they decide to rebel, it's a little bit more problematic when they can skewer you instantly. Although, something Discord fan art skewer Anne instantly. Something. There was some incredible fan art posted yesterday of Anne in the hot spring, which I had to censor. Buffy! Buffy, big man Buffy! She's having a heart attack! What happened? You're a ghoul, you're not supposed to be having a damn heart attack. Prioritize calming Buffy. Yeah, alright. I mean, or immediate medical assistance, one or the other. Oh god, we might not be able to tend her unless Anne pulls this off. We could just knock her. Just send her. Don't even wait. Okay, tend to Buffy. Don't you die on me, Buffy. Come on. Treatment failed. 31% chance, Anne. We do have medicine, but it's probably not worth it if we've... There you go. You will live to fight another day. Oh, she's good. And you've done it again. Wow, just like that, huh? She's back up on her feet. Although she's not in the best of moods. The rare mood tab filled entirely with negatives. Oh boy. It's the smoke leaf again. But she also hates drugs because of the setting that we've got for the ideologian. Anne doesn't want to soil her tasty blood bags by pumping them full of drugs, or does she? Now that I've said that out loud. Human bong? Well, maybe next time we reform the ideologian we could get rid of that, because it is kind of annoying, I suppose. How close are we on that front? 11 out of 14. You know what? If we have a couple of rituals, we could crack that out in no time. First things first, then, my good friend Aragon. Say goodbye to your eyeballs. What ideologian is Von Helsing? Hyperdale? We'll talk about that in a second. Von Helsing, you traitor. After everything I've done for you. Aragon's a dissident as well? What? Aragon was dissatisfied with the ideology of the settlement for a long time. He's enlisted some of its settlers. And they now claim to believe in Annie Ancient, Galbus, Feral, and Von Helsing. Well, I suppose that deals with Hyperdale. You shitbags. Oh, I'm so angry at that. Wouldn't it be a shame right now if she were to slip? Accidentally go a little bit too far with the knife. Look at the notifications at the side. Oh, good lord. How am I supposed to keep up with this? So Trozzy is not happy because he... Okay, one at a time. This is manageable. Quest expires. I could not give a shit about any of your quests unless they're going to give me my artifact. Albino penguins? Get out of here. Tenets of blood required. We can't build any art because we don't have any steel for the art bench, but we did finish smithing, so that is something we could potentially do soon, just not right now. They're sad because there are drugs. Where are their drugs? Who are their drugs? Why are there drugs? I love that instead of pointing to the bloody drugs, it points to... Yayo. Yeah, yayo. What? That? How is that my problem? Some of my animals are roamers? I don't give a shit about this elk. Okay, hold on. Stop panicking. Let's establish who have betrayed Anne. Von Helsing. Von Helsing, you have been nothing but a pain in my ass. Look at these traitors. Aragon, Pharrell, Von Helsing, and Galabus. Shocked and appalled. I am absolutely shocked and appalled. There we go. Nice work, Anne. Get out of here, you dissident. Oh, boy, I hope I can release him today without crashing the game. And 5.2%. They went from 31 to 5.2%. There we go. Oh, we can release prisoners without the game exploding. Okay, that's good. I did save it there just in case. In between focusing on conversion, I've had Anne making slave outfits, so hopefully we won't get that or a rebellion happening again. We've got body straps, slave collars, sackcloths, and leather vests for the slaves. Whoops, I've queued that one up twice. That's kind of a nice combination of keeping them warm and also being as basic as it needs to be. I don't care about defense or anything fancy for the slaves. They don't get that. Whoa, what is that though? Tool rack. Is that... iron that requires? Okay, sure. And that sits on a wall, I would assume. Got a couple of those. Iron ingots 140 and wood 60. We should have enough wood with all of this. Where is wood? Oh, no. I was going to say with all of the fiber corn, and then I realized fiber corn is Really just terrible. Well, now our gun's back out. Let's queue up more research. We have a lot of it stored from the research settlement. So when we queue something up and then the tax day kicks in again, that'll all be expended. So we could go for a more expensive one. Anything we don't spend, we keep, obviously. Oh, statues would be good, though. Prisoner containment would also be very, very high tier right now, but we'll go statues because today is all about and don't forget. And as you can see, that's going swimmingly. And that right there should be, there we go. Von Helsing out. Right, you guys can go free now. If you do that again, I'm taking your legs. Oh, but we have to enslave them, right? Because they are still part of whatever faction it was we got them from originally. I have no idea, but I'm certainly not going to gamble it. We've already lost enough time today. I'm a fool. I'm a fool who needs immediate medical help. I could not for the life of me work out why in all this time they haven't made any progress besides a single block. Then it occurred to me I didn't actually tell them to mine the rock. I just designated it as a plan. Well, that's so strange. I just can't for the life of me figure out why they're not mining the blocks I didn't tell them to mine. Yes, game. Yes, I will take your bribe of a free animal. Bearing in mind the last one we got was the Lernian Hydra, so this better be something good. Goods received. Oh, another one? I've already got one of those. I don't have the patience, nor can this game handle another friggin' animal museum. Oh. Anne took so much blood from this guy. He's now in a life-threatening coma. Why is that? Oh, I mean, she takes blood until it's either severe or extreme. I don't remember. I guess that in combination with his dehydration and malnutrition has knocked him out. Well, at this point, I don't think it's worth keeping you around to recruit, to be honest. Otherwise, we've got to babysit you until you're better again. Here's what we're going to do with you. I'm going to click the send to settlement button, and now you are Ansylvania's problem. Oh, no. I hate to say it. I think it's time we put down little Truzzy. He's 92 years of age. His kidney has degraded. His nose is gone. He has dementia. Old age is set to extreme. That means we need to constantly make sure he's tended to and is healthy. Or in this case, very unhealthy. He has no moving. 48% manipulation, so even if we did solve his torso problems, he's still going to be garbage. And, coincidentally, they're all upset we haven't had an execution recently. They won't let me execute Truzzy. Why? You need a prisoner. So I am fairly certain I have a prisoner right there. I'm looking at him. Truzzy is definitely a prisoner. Enemy noble. Counts as a prisoner. He has a prisoner tab. But he's apparently not prisoner enough. I mean, there is a way around it. We could give him a bit of the old, you know, a bit of the old sippy. Here you go. Maybe we can make this part of our ritual going forward. We give him a bit of a sip, and then I'll have to re-recruit him, which is a little annoying. Dark Devil Strand at long last. And you know what? I think we've got enough research in our research settlement to pretty much crack this out immediately. Now, the bonus to making Truzzy a ghoul before we execute him is that his last thoughts will be a van. And I think that's how we all want to die. They can't walk still. Well, hopefully he can heal up now, right? Ah, there we go. Truzzy's pelvis has been regenerated. I knew you could live without a friggin' pelvis. And now do I have to imprison him again now that he can walk? Does that count? Begin public execution? There we go. They have to be able to walk. We are gathered here to celebrate the life of Truzzy, praetor of the Empire, and oldest and wisest of slaves, who dies... who dies with his thoughts filled with Anne. And to be fair, even though it was an awkward public execution, we have enough development points to now reform the Blood Pact. And in the traditional Blood Pact manner, Anne will now extract the skull of Truzzy to go on display. Thank you, Truzzy. Okay then, Blood Pact version 3. We can add a meme. The question is, what meme would I add? We have Individualist, we have God Emperor, and we have Blindsight. I do think that Bloodcore is thematically appropriate, but not really relevant right now until we get to the vampires. Darkness, however, bright light burns and destroys. It's arguably even more appropriate than Bloodcore for a vampiric kingdom. Necrolatry would also make a lot of sense because it's the adoration of death, and Anna's died and was brought back as a vampire. That's how vampires work. Not to mention, we're apparently sacrificing people en masse now. I also kind of like the flesh purity meme. The human body should not be debased. When you are drinking the blood of humans, I think it makes a lot of sense that you want only premium pedigree meat. Nobody wants battery farmed humans, but for the time being, I think we will go darkness. Blind sight and darkness are incompatible. I think for the time being, we will not go darkness. Pain is virtue also makes a lot of sense given that they are being fed on by a vampire all the time. Perfect. And somebody said also if we swap the styles around, are we allowed to do that? Oh, it doesn't look as if we are. Somebody said if we swap the styles around morbid ahead of Christian style, then we'll actually get spooky skulls rather than angelic beams of light falling on our vampire. Another big bonus to taking pain is virtue is that it should overwrite comfort. Yeah, there we go. Comfort ignored. Slab beds are now preferred. I almost feel like we need a whole other idea religion. We should have one for Anne, one for the ghouls, and one for the slaves. A little bit too much. And we will still give the highest of luxuries too, because regardless of what she thinks about the furniture, she's always going to be happy. She is the God Emperor after all. Aragon, what are you wearing? Look at the size of this man. Where did you get this stuff? Go out and rob Reem. Iron Scout helmet, steel scout armor. You know what? Carry on. This is pretty huge, but I'm not really sure what we should swap out. Without the fibercorn, we can't build half the workbenches we need. On the subject of that, we do need to build a smithy soon. How much mushroom food have we got? Oh. Yeah, 1 or 2. In that case, we'll get rid of the Agaralux and we will swap that out for Devil Strand or... Oh, it's called Dark Strand, I see. They take slightly longer to grow. They are also a higher minimum growing skill. For some reason, they also give 20% cover effectiveness. Damn, they have a lower harvest yield as well. I just want to live in the dark. Why is that so difficult? And speaking of smithing, we should be able to make the marble furnace. There we are. I'm hoping that's what we need to smelt steel. There is also this anvil. A large metal working tool with a flattened top surface to strike objects such as weapons and armor. I guess we'll throw one of those down there then. Oh! Whoa, there's a load of stuff that connects up to the furnace. Oh, and in fact, it also connects up to the bone workbench. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so let's move this over to here then. Now, we haven't got any wood, but we can build ourselves a... We can build ourselves a bone-crunching bucket for something and fan art on Discord. It's the new Arcadius, isn't it? There is a marble grinding wheel as well, also for... I can't even make the joke anymore. It's just terrible. Not even sure it was funny the first time. And then we'll throw down a bellows as well. We do need iron to craft that. So, in here we want to make... Oh, you just smelt iron ore into an ingot. Smelt silver ore into a coin. Oh, interesting. Right, so it makes you have to process all ores, but you don't necessarily need something like coal. Okay, I appreciate that quite a lot. So I guess we'll just go all 3 of those and then do until X and then do that for all of them. You know what? It's not really worth the effort, is it? Setting up a whole new build to smelt 1 silver ore. I think that's a bit of a waste of time. There we go. Oh, but for this we need steel ingots, and I have no idea how we're going to get steel ingots because we can't make it from here. We can smelt metal from slag, so I guess we'll do that one and hope we get some ingots out of that instead. Although, to be fair, we might also be skipping over something. I have no idea if that's what we need right now. Oh, there is also the fueled smelter. That needs steel ingots, so we can't do anything with that either. Stop building that snowman and go and get me some steel. Snowman blueprint. Standing. Just building a snowman forever. Well, there's no fucking snow. I bet somebody placed the bloody blueprint down during the snow and then it's all melted. And a trait change. Hello. Colonist Aragon has lost the trait optimistic. Yep. I can absolutely believe that. That is fine. I mean, in that case, though, he does only have... He doesn't have a psi level. Require silent levels to improve their stats. He didn't gain one from the ritual. Well, it's a good job you're not optimistic, my friend, because you are about to have your eyes gouged out. Again. And probably quite a lot of times after that too. Oh no, I'm fairly sure it only gives a silent if it's satisfactory or better, right? And I think the last time we had it was boring. I bet it's that. I don't understand why she has to carry him all the way home. There you go. That's exactly it. I like windows. I have something to tell you all. I love windows. Wow. Look at the size of that window. No, what I was going to say is I like windows, but out of all of these, I do think basic polearms to make a very simple weapon might be a good idea. But I do love windows. And I think I'm also going to swap out Nutrifungus Field 2 for more Dark Strand. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day waiting for this stuff. In fact, let's get rid of the tileable planters and let's replace it all with tilled soil. That way, it's like a slightly faster growing bonus as well. Yeah, see, there you go, 125%. That means we'll only have to wait about, 6 years before we can give everyone an outfit. Hey, beds! Well, that's perfect for the slaves. I was worried then for a second I'd have to give them actual human beds. So, Anne's bedroom is finished, but it's like, it's just terrible. I haven't got anything I could decorate it with quite yet. We don't have any steel still, so I can't even decorate it with, you know, regular decorations. These are all supposed to be royal columns, but we haven't got any gold either. Not to mention filling every room with these dark light braziers, as cool as they are, is absolutely eating through our wood supply. So I've opted not to go for the tents as well, because they don't actually keep them warm, and it gets very, very cold here. So this building down here will be for food. They've actually already built the cooking table. Then we've got a kind of washing / hygiene room. These two big buildings here are going to be for mushroom growing. And then eventually, if we ever get the research and my walls stop being decimated by meteorites, salt ore, yeah, very salt ore. Compared to plasteel, oh, okay, I take that back. What is this one? Ruby ore, I double take that back. Decimate my walls more, Arcadius. Ooh. Anyway, over here, if we eventually get around to it, will be where we put down mines with the mines research. Different quarry in that only one person can use each mine at a time. But they don't have the restriction of having to be built on stone. That means we keep all the slaves in this one area. They've got food, water, hygiene, jobs to do, and Anne never has to look at them. And I think that's a great bonus. Now, we also replanted the anima tree over here. So we've got the anima tree and the granite tree kind of nearby. I feel like something needs to be done with this zone. Make it into some sort of luxury area. Try and, I was going to say plant some trees. Wait, there are prop trees, right? Under the decor tab. Prop mushrooms. I mean, prop mushrooms would do it. Oh, presser. What is that, a torture device? Oh, it's for cheese. We could turn one of the rooms in Anne's castle into a swimming pool. And then retexture it to be blood. Genius. We haven't got any way to pump water yet, as far as I know, but that's pretty good. Oh no, we've got wind pumps, of course. Eventually, when we've got enough wood and the slaves are kicked out, I'm going to bulldoze these kind of two external walls and get the original walls of the castle back in because it looked a little bit nicer. And then with the empty room, we could throw in a bunch of wind pumps and then have Anne with a big old red pool somewhere in here. Oh, we've got street lamps. Oh, those are really on brand. We need steel, though. Of course, we can't get fucking steel yet. I really want to throw down a few of these as well to decorate the slave district, the buckets, the carts, the stumps. So they all need bloody steel. This research settlement was an insane idea. It just gave us 1,200 research points. We are skipping ahead through crazy expensive research like it's nothing. This one I chose specifically to test it. It's just a medieval crypto sleep casket, basically. So kind of appropriate for vampires, but a bit useless, to be honest. Useless, considering we can, you know, give people vitae and regenerate them at any time. My god, one thing I will say is this storyteller loves to give you quests, huh? Look at this. Whoa. Hello. Oh boy, that's a lot of people to say that you're supposed to wait until I'm ready for combat. I mean, we do have a pretty sizable castle at this stage. The real question is if we got enough bones to go around. Where's Arcadius when we need him? What are they doing? You better not touch my wall. Is there a hole in the wall? There's a hole in the wall. Well, let's run out here fast and let's split the group in half right away. There you go. Anne, no pressure, but this is pretty much more or less entirely down to you. Oh, God, no. Turn around. Shoot your friends. Shoot your friends for Anne. You can die as well. Oh, God. Okay, there may be a slight change of plan here. Turns out sending unarmored slaves filled with acid is not necessarily the best way to approach combat. Okay. This is fine. Are they going to come up through the gate now? Okay, Anne, come back. Really, we do need to get a couple of people maybe on this side, staggering a little bit. There we go. And you're just going to kind of stand in the background. The man's got dual-wield crossbows. Let's get in there now. Look, all of the crossbowmen have come right up close. Nice. Donaldson is dead. Long live Donaldson. That's okay. Okay, that could be a problem. How much vitae does she have? Can we even see right now? So, when vampires die, and I'm really not surprised that she died, given that she's wearing a parka. They are famously not very crossbow-proof. We can push all of the vitae to reanimate dead tissue, restoring the vampire to undeath. This will unleash their inner beast until their bodies are completely satiated with blood. So if we get these guys to run like fuck, then when they're safely clear, no pressure, when you're safely clear, maybe now she's safely clear. Get out of there, Von Helsing. And time. And these guys are gonna run and hide. She's trying to feed, but she's getting interrupted. Oh my god, she's going for our downed people. I think they're dead. I'm not stopping her though, otherwise she'll go berserk and maybe take out other people. Can you guys patch one another up? Wow, that one raid absolutely destroyed us. Holy shit. And more importantly, they killed Anne. How are you guys doing? You're fine? You're okay? Okay. Our actual survivors are doing all right. Von Helsing isn't quite so hot, but we can patch her up fast. In fact, she's got 5 medicals. Sod it. Just self-tend. Are you far enough away to avoid Anne's wrath? Yeah, she's just having a tasty sippy. Don't worry about it. Oh, wow. She really is just cracking them open, huh? No, as far as I recall, the way it works is if she wasn't able to feed immediately, luckily she resurrected on someone, so she was able to grab him right away. If she doesn't feed very, very quickly, she'll go into the beast mode. And in fact, she's going after that person. Okay. At which point she'll attack anybody and everybody and drain them lethally. Oh, Buffy would be dead, Von Helsing, Aragon, you name it. She wouldn't have cared. And with that, I think she's done with her sippies. Well, it's good to know that at any point the entire colony could be wiped out. That's, that's not horrifying. Are any of these people any good to enslave? And more importantly, can we get to them in time? Okay, so you're dead. You're dead. You're very dead. What about you? Melee, shooting, cooking, crafting. I suppose we could do with a cook. You've just got animals. Not too bothered about that one. Angle. Construction 7. Mining. I like mining. I love mining. Do you love mining, Angle? Do you want to come and visit? Ah? What a complete mess. I got complacent. I will fully admit, I got complacent. I thought, look, we've got combat readiness. We can focus on building the town for a little while. As long as we don't craft weapons and armor, we haven't got to worry about it too much. But I suppose we have, because we've been fighting a load of medieval characters. We have slowly over time accrued quite a lot of weapons and armor. And now we've paid for it. We've paid for it with the lives of 4 slaves. Oh, to be fair, Anne did kill one of them. She was thirsty. So no more pissing around with building now. That's it. We'll put the final touches on what we've got planned out here, which just needs a whole bunch of bone and plowed soil, of which we've got plenty. Bone, that is, not plowed soil. Then we need to double down and make sure everybody's properly armored and has weapons. Maybe even getting some defenses down too wouldn't hurt. And that was just a basic medieval kingdom. Thank God it wasn't the Empire. Out of interest though, can we use your crossbows? We can? Oh, you fools, you have brought us the keys to the kingdom. Well, we have a city to rule over, but no people. So tomorrow, we're going to build Anne's fighting force. We're going to make sure these ghouls really are a force to be reckoned with. If they all get up to Silent 5, I know that it goes to Silent 6, but you can't do that with the ritual. If we get them all up to Silent 5, we give them very powerful armor, we give them a sword, the blind sight, and their psychic abilities will make them, I think, pretty effective. Maybe don't even have the slaves fight, because that comes with the issue of having to arm them and then they get into rebellions. I think focus on making the few that we have super, super powerful with the psychic abilities. I mean, what have you got there? We've got Fatal Blow with Von Helsing. And we've got enough slaves to be the backbone. We just have the 3 ghouls meditate constantly and use them as some sort of elite attack force. I can see it now in 1,000 years' time when they've got cataphract armor. Wow. But instead of that, I've planted a bunch of mushrooms. They're not even real mushrooms. They're artificial. So thank you, slaves. You died for a good cause. Artificial mushrooms. Thank you to my favorite artificial mushrooms of them all, the executive producer patrons. A big thank you to Shotgun Diplomacy, Ex-Dr. Don, MD, The Long Hoff, Adam Spleen, That Gay Commie, Poised as Fuck, Aromatic Fool, Psychofire, Hascrack, Dexy Nigma, Dirt Nerd, Slowking 1710, Felpy, Ken the Eagle, Spraycan, Lil Gum 19, Dreamer, and Brambio for their support. The executive producer tiers over at Patreon. I can't log into Patreon. I might have made a slight mistake with my 2-factor authentication, so just waiting on that so I can log in again. So I haven't been able to reply for a couple of days, but I'll get right on that, hopefully before you've even heard this message. Thank you as well to Raylan Gar, Ben Taylor, GV, Thistris Morana, Dion, Randy Rimmer, Donald, Deuterian, Proper Banter, Punky Roo, Sandy Whois, Dougie Fresh, Axel PJ, and Francesco R.